The day of the Battle of Westport at 9 o'clock in the morning, Eliza heard cannons booming by downtown. So she and another person who was in the house, they went down there. Pretty soon, well, they were banging on the door, and they weren't about to answer it. And then they heard the door being kicked in, and they were still hiding down there, hoping that no one would. So they're all sitting down there, and they raised the thing, and they are so relieved because the first people who came here were Confederates. Soon it got so fierce. There was hand-to-hand and rifle fire from this yard out, trying to stop people from taking the house. As the day progressed, there were both Union and Confederate soldiers that were brought to this house. I mean, the house was full. They took them upstairs on pallets. They had to knock out the stairway railing. This happened to me a couple weeks ago. I was giving an evening ghost tour. They said, well, how do you know if there's a ghost there if you can't see him? And I said, well, one way is that you get very cold. It gets very, very cold. It's a huge difference in temperature. You know, you notice it right away. See, a lot of people pay to go through here and have paranormal experiences if they show. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Well, one night, Sherry, my friend, happened to be on a tour with some people. They came into the dining room, and this one woman, she did pick it up, you know. And she said, there's somebody here, and she said, oh, yes. A guy from Afghanistan. He had just returned from Afghanistan. He was here because he wanted to ask questions and see if he could get a response. And he had a bunch of mechanical things that would tell him if somebody was in the room. He came into the dining room and instantly went on the alert. He said, has anything been identified here? You know, we said, well, we think there's a soldier back in the corner. And he said, okay, I mean, people would think you were nuts if they just heard you.
They look like a recent soldier in the corner.
So anyway, he went back in the corner and he connected somebody. He said, there is someone. He was able to gather information from the ghost. The ghost was a soldier. He was a Union soldier. And we all thought if there'd be a soldier here, he'd be a Confederate, you know, because of the southern nature of the house. They asked him several questions. He was from Iowa. And then Sherry and I got it into our heads, we want to find out who he is. Because really, there was an Iowa brigade that was around this house for a good part of the Battle of Westport. And so we tried, but we failed. Don't want to get the expectations too high, but anyway. So yeah, so it's interesting. I never felt a sense of fear, you know, ever in this house. If you're watching for it, you can see people will be standing around and they'll have a dress or something, and you can see a little hand. You can't see the hand, but you can see the dress moving and the person isn't. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they're grabbing hold of the dress, and different little things like that. I'd like to go see her, right? That soldier.
Nice job, nice job.
Catch you later.
You're so welcoming.